Man United are currently on an incredible 10-game unbeaten run, a feat that they set as recently as the end of last season, but this time it's different. This time there's silverware at stake, and United find themselves level on points with the champions Liverpool. Just under 3 months ago, Man United lost 6-1 at home to Tottenham Hotspur. That loss left United heading into the international break in 16th position, with a goal difference of -6, and a lot of questions surrounding the club and the manager. However, this may have been more of a blessing in disguise, as since then Man United have looked unstoppable in the Premier League. It's a testament to how far they've come that just 2 weeks ago, a 2-2 draw to third place Leicester felt more like 2 points dropped than a point gained. United's meteoric return to the top has been aided by some clever tactical changes under Solskjaer, alongside the incredible talent of Bruno Fernandes and the rising form of Marcus Rashford. Before we take a look at the tactics, let's take a deeper look at the statistics. With 33 points, United are currently second to Liverpool with 1 game in hand, and 1 point clear of third place Leicester and 4 clear of fourth place Spurs. United have the second most goals scored this season with 33. However, they have had some issues with their defence, conceding the most out of any of the teams currently in the top 10. After 16 games, they have 9 more points than they did at this stage last season. Their standout player so far has been Bruno Fernandes, picking up 7 assists and 11 goals so far, meaning he has directly contributed to 55% of United's goals this season. Since joining United last season, he's had an incredible total of 33 goal contributions in 30 matches. If we take a look at Man United's attacking routes, they move 44% down the left, which is the second highest in the league, 26% down the middle, and 30% from the right, which is the lowest in the league, meaning United have a clear preferred attacking route down the left wing. And in their build-up, 27% is in their third, 43% in midfield, and 29% in the opposition's third. United's chances also came 20% from the left, 70% from the middle, and 10% from the right, with 3% of shots happening in the 6-yard box, 58% in the box, and 39% from outside the area. United have also scored 5 goals from counter-attacks this season, which is the most in the league. As you can see, Man United have some rather unbalanced statistics. While they excel in certain areas, such as goals scored, their defensive numbers leave a lot to be desired. Moving on, let's look at Solskjaer's preferred starting 11. On paper, Solskjaer's preferred lineup this season has been a 4-2-3-1. However, at times it can resemble more of a 4-4-2 diamond, with Rashford moving up alongside Martial, and McTominay and Pogba playing either side of Fernandes. The defence has been rather consistent throughout, with either Bailey or Lindelof starting alongside Maguire, with the fullbacks in Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw being consistent starters. The midfield has seen some rotations and changes. However, more recently Solskjaer has opted for McTominay and Fred as the holding mids, with Rashford, Fernandes and Pogba playing behind the lone striker Anthony Martial, with Cavani usually making late appearances to finish the game. Their flexible lineup allows them to have many different ways of progressing on the attack. Let's take a deeper look. As is typical for most teams in the modern game, United will attempt to play out from the back and build up play with line-breaking passes. If the opposition presses high, then one of the 2 holding midfielders will usually come deep to start the first phase of attack. This usually discourages teams to press United on the back line, given that this could easily leave the attacking midfielders with space between the lines. With the back 3, this allows the 2 fullbacks to push up alongside the attacking mids, and the wide players in Rashford and Pogba will usually shift to inside forwards. With the centre-backs on the ball, there is already danger higher up the pitch. Fernandes likes to play on the defensive line, which will create space for the striker to drop deep and receive in front of the back 4, given that the defence can't press or Rashford and Fernandes will easily get in behind. Having the 2 defensive pivots allows United to crowd the midfield and have plenty of options moving up. The fullbacks will provide width, and one of the holding mids can move up alongside Fernandes and Pogba. United are also very flexible in the attack, and the wingers will often switch place. While Rashford will usually start on the right, he has arguably looked more dangerous when drifting inside from the left. As seen in their statistics, United have the lowest number of attacks down the right wing, and will often attack down the left flank. While Fernandes was still fantastic for United without Pogba, the return of the latter has caused some problems for the opposition, given that firstly it would be pretty easy for the opposition to double up on Fernandes to stop any balls in behind. However, having Pogba to deal with as well has meant that both of them have more time on the ball to create opportunities. The main differences between the two is that Pogba is more comfortable dropping deep alongside the pivots and distributing the ball out wide with long precise passes, while Fernandes on the other hand will usually be leading the midfield and stick to more intricate close quarter passes to open the space. Having two creative mids leads to a lot of issues for the opponents in the final third. In the final phase, Man United will usually end up with 5 players playing on the defensive line. This is so effective for a couple reasons. Firstly, it creates 1v1 situations out wide, making it easier to deliver crosses into the box. Secondly, it creates space in front of the box, where the playmakers can take a shot or pass to free up space for the shot from the wide players drifting inside. United are able to fill these 5 positions in different ways, but usually the wingers will stay wide and hug the touchline. The attacking midfielder will move into the half space on the side of the ball, while the other half space can be taken up by either the box-to-box midfielder or the fullback. Another way United will attempt to create a front 5 is by using their fullbacks. With the ball out wide, one of the fullbacks can move into the half space on the side of the ball, or the other fullback can move up on the other wing, allowing the inside forward to shift further into the box. This is an extremely dangerous position for the other teams, as United are now able to have 2 central attacking midfielders between the lines, which creates a high number of possibilities for them to exploit. Although United's fullbacks do push up frequently, they are arguably more used as inverted fullbacks, similarly to how we see Pep Guardiola use them so effectively. In the example with the winger out wide, the fullback on the side of the ball will shift alongside one of the holding mids, and the other will move alongside the 2 centre-backs to become a back 3. Finally, as we saw previously in the statistics, United have scored the most amount of goals from counter-attacks this season. The deadly passing range of Pogba and Fernandes allows Rashford and Martial to stay high up the pitch when United are defending, and their deafening pace is often too much to handle for the opposition. While United have looked impeccable going forward this season, their defensive play has caused them some issues. On the offensive press, United will usually shift to a 4-2-4 initially, with the striker and the attacking mids cutting the passing lanes between the back 4 and the midfield. They don't tend to press as high up the pitch as we see teams like Liverpool do, and won't usually engage until around the 3-quarter line. If they have to drop deeper, then the 2 holding mids will ensure there is little space for the opposition to move down the middle, and will decrease the gap between the defensive line and the midfield. From out wide, United have little trouble defending against crosses into the box, and the physical presence of Maguire and Lindelof or Bailey can easily clear the ball. However, if the opposition is able to move down the middle, then United have faced some difficulties, with 66% of the shots they face coming from the centre. One area that Man United may seek to improve is their discipline on the edge of the box. So far this season, United have conceded 50% of their goals from set pieces, often resulting from clumsy tackles from players attempting to get back into position. Finally, there is sometimes a disconnect between the 2 pivots and the centre-backs, with opposing strikers often finding space with a shot from the edge of the D. United's current form has definitely raised the spirits within the club and the fans, and although it's still early in the season, the chances of being in a title race a few months down the line will definitely keep the confidence high within the players and the manager. Where do you see Man United finishing the current season? Please leave any comments down below. Thanks for watching.